Hey, what's up guys? Eva94 back with some more Toy Fair 2020 coverage. This time around we're taking a look at Diamond Select Toys. Now Diamond Select Toys was nice enough to let me in and shoot some pictures and some video of their booth. It wasn't really open to everyone, but Zach Oat was there and he let me in. Later on in the day we scheduled an appointment and was nice enough to show me the action figures in the entire booth that they had. Um, Now, thinking of it now, I wish I just asked him to give me a tour of the entire booth because the majority of the booth was like statues and stuff, but he did ask me what I was aiming for or what I was looking for specifically, and I said action figures, so that's what he showed me. But for next time, for next year, I'll definitely have a tour of the entire booth. Because I mean, statues do interest me too. It's just I know that the majority of my viewers are here for the action figures, so of course I said action figures. So I wanted to show the community the action figures, the things that people were really looking forward to the most. But I definitely will cover everything next time around. This was again my first time at Toy Fair, so this isn't the best of the best out there. Definitely, you can tell it is my first time, and in the way that I shoot or hold the camera, or I'm not. If something I know is you just go easy on me, all right? It was my first time, but I definitely will improve the next time around when it comes to next year or future conventions. But all right, let's get into the video because I'm gonna get carried away here. So first, Diamond does distribute a lot of stuff, a lot of things from other toy companies, so such as Mafex or Mafex, however you want to pronounce it. So they did have the Michael Jordan and the Batmans out on display. They had a bunch of other stuff. They have Mondo, they have Marvel Legends, they had Mezcos, a bunch of different other figures. But the video that I did shoot was the stuff that Zach Oat showed me around with, or showed me from Diamond Select specifically. So mainly the Iron Giant was the big interest of mine, or the big thing I wanted to really see or talk about. So that's the first thing I went, or the first thing I caught my eye was the Iron Giant, and they have an articulated Iron Giant and a statue of Iron Giant, and they both look very nice. I will show after these images here, I will show the video that I did shoot. It wasn't much, but I shot some. And then after the Diamond Select stuff, it will go into the DC Direct or DC Direct, DC Collectibles, whatever you want to call it now. The DC Direct area of the booth that was behind Diamond Select. So he was nice enough to have me go shoot back there as well. And we'll see the stuff there. But first, we'll focus on Iron Giant here because I know a lot of people are looking forward to this figure. This is the first really nicely articulated, really nicely detailed and painted, affordable Iron Giant so far. Everything that's come out so far has been rather expensive, and Zach mentioned that as well. So this is gonna be a hot seller, I think, in my opinion, and I definitely will get this day one. I'm excited for this. I really want to get my hands on him and review it because I do own all the other Iron Giants. I want to see how it compares with the other ones, considering the price differences in them all. But definitely does look good. He did mention that there will be a second release with a battle version, or he has, or the evil version, however you want to say it. Yeah, there are gonna be some more Iron Giants. He did confirm that. It's no secret or anything. He said it out loud in the video and everything. So then we have the PVC statue, which I'm also gonna get because I do collect statues, and that goes back to the fact that I can't believe I didn't just tell him to show me the statues as well. So I'm kicking myself in the butt for that one. But here is the PVC statue of the Iron Giant, and it's in that wonderful pose, the Superman pose. His foot's on a car. I love the little base and the car or the vehicles around him, the items around them, very detailed, and it's a very nice piece. This thing is huge. It's really big compared to the regular Iron Giant figure that was right next to it, which is about 8 to 9 inches tall. So the PVC, you can only imagine how tall that one is. And it looks like the PVC will retail about 50 bucks, which is pretty good. Pretty nice price for the size as well. He did show me the action figures for Avatar: The Last Airbender, which they are making. and these look pretty good. If you are a fan of Avatar: The Last Airbender, these look nice, and I think you guys will love these for sure. Not a lot of figures that are in this quality out there right now, and I think he also mentioned that they do come with some more accessories. And then Lord of the Rings is huge. This is the next big thing in their booth, is the Lord of the Rings action figures. We haven't had Lord of the Rings action figures in quite some time, and it's time for an upgrade, time for an update. And there is a huge fan base behind the Lord of the Rings, so these are definitely gonna sell, and they look great. They really do look good. It has been years since I've seen the film, so forgive me if I butcher these names, because I'm probably gonna butcher these names. So I believe the one on the left side is Legolas or Legolas. I'm sorry, it's gonna be bad, I know. And then we have Gimli on the right side. Please go easy on me. That's series 1. I think series 2 consists of the Aragon, might be his name, which is the one on the left side, or Aragorn, I think. Man, it's been quite some time, and these movies are really young, or really long, and I was really young when I watched the films. And I believe the figure on the right side is called a Nazgul. And then series 3, we finally get the main character here, Frodo Baggins. That one, I believe I said right. Can't really butcher that name. So Frodo comes in series 3, and he looks great. The details on these guys up close and personal, when you get them in hand. Well, I didn't have them in hand, but when I saw them in person right in front of me, they look really good. Some of their best work yet. And then the one on the right, I think it's just an orc, right? I think they just call them orcs in the film. I don't remember if this guy had a specific name or not. And then the best thing about all these is that they do have a Build-A-Figure. And look how detailed and beautiful this Build-A-Figure is. This guy is massive. He's really tall. And he is a Build-A-Figure. This is what the older Build-A-Figures used to be defined by, the scale and the height, and this guy's big, and this is Sauron from Lord of the Rings, so I think that is how you say his name, Sauron. And it looks so good. I mean, look at the detail on that. Just look at that. So very nice piece there, and that's it for the Lord of the Rings. I think I see a lot of good things coming with Lord of the Rings. There's so much they can do, so many characters left to do. So if this line is supported, which I think it will for sure be supported, we're definitely gonna get the entire cast, the entire lore and all the characters from the Lord of the Rings. So that's very exciting. So we know already John Wick is out already, the first John Wick in the black suit. And then we have this John Wick on the left side that is in more of casual outfit, not a suit from the Continental, or the ones at the Continental, when he's on the job, this is when I think this was from the first, I don't know, don't quote me on this, but this is from the first one when he gets attacked, and the first dog he owned gets killed. Spoiler alert, but I think everyone in the world has seen John Wick by now, so they both look good side by side. So I think the left one is still in the early stages, or it's not out yet, that's for sure. So all right, like I said, not a ton, but I'm gonna shut up now, and I'm just gonna play the video that I took. In the video, you will see the Spider-Man Gamerverse figure in there, so in case you wanted to see that one's coming out now, pretty much any day now. So all right, without further ado, I'll play the video, and then after that I'll come back to talk about the DC Direct stuff. All right, I have not seen these are all fully articulated.
Yeah. I mean, these guys have less articulation, but they have a lot of interchangeable parts.
Yes. Yep. Sorry, we're gonna scoot around you. Sorry. So then we have
these are all busts here. Yeah, Star Wars busts. I did want to see the Iron Giant, but those are statues there too. These are nice though. Oh no, these are not statues.
This is production. This is a production action figure.
Okay.
Hold on.
How many points of articulation does this have here?
I haven't counted, but it's probably around 16.
When's this one due for release?
I think we're going to have it out by summer. Okay. This is a magnetic
Hogarth.
And this logo clips onto his chest.
Does he come with any other accessories like the big cannon gun or anything like that?
No, there'll be an evil version later on.
Okay, so as a separate release?
Yeah, separate release.
Okay. And he's about, it looks like a 7, 8 inch tall figure.
Yeah, he's about 8 inches tall, 8 or 9, and he's gonna be $30.
Okay. That's a nice price for that. Is there gonna be? Are you gonna continue with, or are you just doing the main Iron Giant? That's it. Or are you gonna do any like mini buildings, anything to make it look like?
No dioramas.
No diorama pieces. Because I know you guys are known for like little diorama pieces.
Yeah, with series and stuff, it could have been cool to do something, but the amount of it really depends on cost of the item. Because you know, depending on how much an item or figure costs to produce, you know, will affect what. Series 1 is out now. These are fully articulated. And they're going to come with a lot of effects pieces and interchangeable parts and stuff like that.
So more pieces that are not shown right now. They're gonna come with more pieces that are not shown.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we didn't put out every little thing.
Right.
Lord of the Rings. Each series is going to be 2 figures, so that's series 1 up there. That's series 2. This is series 3 of Lord of the Rings.
And everything's not approved yet. Everything's just pending at the moment.
Yeah, just pending series. I think first series is okay, but series 2 and 3 is still pending some approval, and then this is the Build-A-Figure for series 1 through 3.
Okay. And these are gonna retail at around $30 too?
Yeah, $30
with
each.
the big Build-A-Figure pieces included?
Yes. $30.
It's the first time I see this John Wick.
That was, yeah, that's a little bit further off. We haven't offered it for sale yet, so
Right.
it's not.
So it's not.
There's no pictures of it out there.
Right. Okay.
And you can't shoot the bottom shelf, but there's. We're gonna do action figures for Sonic the Hedgehog too.
Okay.
So the video game.
Based on the classic video game, not the movie,
Yeah,
or
classic
the
video
movie
game.
as well.
Classic video game for now.
Classic video game. Are you gonna?
I'm sorry.
Are you gonna dive into any other video game stuff too, or no?
You know, I accidentally walked us by Castlevania. It's based on the Netflix TV series, but we do have action figures of that. If you're interested.
Okay. Yeah.
Someone over there right now. Have you ever seen Mini-Mates?
I did. Yeah, I remember your mini.
They're fully posable. Each of them has like 14 points of articulation. We're on series 79, 80, and 81. There's a pretty big Mini-Mate fan community out there. They do a lot of ACBA.
Yep. There is definitely a.
Castlevania's booked up right now.
Okay.
Go to see it. And this is the next figure we're going to be putting out. He's going to come with a bunch of hands.
That looks
It
good.
comes with his phone. The webbing can go around somebody's chest. And he's got one of his little spider tracers.
Looks real
Spider
good.
bots.
And this is the first one. Possibility getting all, because you know how you got a lot of suits in the video game. The possibility you're gonna dive into the other suits as well, or no?
I would love to. I don't know if they've got any plans to do like, you know, the noir costume or anything like that. That would be really cool. I've suggested it in the past, but I don't think right now we don't have any other figures from this line planned.
Right now, just this one right now?
Just this one.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's like over 50 suits in that game that, I mean, some of them were picked from the movies and the MCU, but then some of them were original to the game, like that one right there. Like they made their own Iron Spidey suit unique to their game, you know? So I didn't know if you were gonna dive into that. I guess it depends.
Not that I'm aware of, but I guess we'll see how well this one does, and yeah, maybe we'll revisit it.
Alright, so here we are at DC Direct. This is directly behind Zach Oat and the Diamond Select area. So Diamond Select does distribute DC Direct, so keep that in mind too. As you saw, we saw the DC Essentials. These are all DC Essentials. They're coming out with this 6-pack of the Justice League. They kind of do this every year. So they update the paint, they update the little things here and there every year, but they always give out the the Justice League pack almost like an annual thing. Then we have the Batman animated series figures here. And these always look good. I think these are still some of the better looking animation figures of the Batman animations out there. So we're running through their setup here, and they had a very cool looking setup up top right here where you see the Batman that laughs right there, almost everyone's favorite character, or one of their favorite characters at least. But this whole setup that they had up here was very nicely done, and I love when they or when companies use these dials and get a little creative with their toy fair displays. So this is pretty nice here. So here we got our Catwoman there. We got Joker down below, Harley. This is the Adventure Continues. Batman The Adventure Continues is the official name of the line. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, it's from the animations of Batman. So here we have Supergirl and we have the Riddler on the left side. We're moving into some other Dio pieces back here, so it brings out the figures very nicely. And I really like this Batman right here. Looks very nice, and all these figures look so good in person. So hopefully you guys can take a good look at it through my footage here that I shot. These figures do look good. I'm not the biggest DC collector. I focus more on Marvel, but these figures are really, really nice. And then moving away from there, we get some more comic accurate or more comic designed figures, because these are not animated, but these are the DCeased line. So these are more like zombie-like versions of each character. So as you saw, Green Lantern, Flash, Supergirl, Superman, Batman, all of them are all zombie-ish. They're not really zombies yet, because you can see they still look human. They just have blood, but they're kind of converting into zombies, it seems like. But the official name is DCeased on these figures. So that wraps things up for the action figure area, or all the action figures that were on display in the Diamond Select category and in the DC Direct. So there were a lot of other figures, but those were figures that were distributed by Diamond, and a lot of figures that were already shown in past events, and a lot of figures that were already released, like most of the Mezcos and Marvel Legends that they had on the display there. And then they did have the Mondo Iron Giant there, which was the 12-inch version, I believe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this walkthrough through the Diamond Select booth at Toy Fair 2020. I want to give big thanks to Zach Oates for taking the time to show me around and to talk to me and take my business card and everything and be cool and fit me into the schedule. I promise that next year I will cover everything, including statues and figures.